Welcome back to Science in Sleeping. I'm so glad you're here tonight. You've made it through another day. And now it's your time to rest, to breathe, and to let your mind wander through the quiet corners of the cosmos. Tonight, we're exploring a question so vast and mysterious that it feels like it belongs to both science and dreams. Does the universe sleep? It's a question that humbles even the greatest physicists and poets alike. Because when you look up at the stars, glowing softly across the endless night, it's hard not to feel that something bigger is resting too. Something ancient, alive, and breathing between galaxies. As you settle in for the night, I hope this story helps you drift gently into sleep, or at least gives your thoughts a calm river to float along until you do. There's no need to remember any of this. You can simply let the words flow past you, like waves of thought, slow and gentle. Before we begin, take a moment to notice where you are, the weight of the blankets, the coolness of the pillow beneath your head, and the simple comfort of knowing that right now there's nothing you need to do, nothing you need to fix, nothing you need to achieve. Just listen, just rest. Somewhere out there, above you, the Earth is spinning softly in space, turning toward its next sunrise. And while it turns, everything from galaxies to atoms moves to a hidden rhythm of activity and rest, a universal cycle that scientists are only beginning to understand. We know that humans sleep, animals sleep, even plants rest in subtle ways, closing their leaves, slowing their metabolism, responding to light and darkness. But what about the universe itself? Can a cosmos, a vast ocean of energy, gravity, and time, have its own kind of rest? That's what we'll explore tonight. We'll drift through the language of astrophysics and philosophy. We'll visit the early universe, when time itself was still stretching and yawning awake. We'll listen to the low hum of cosmic background radiation and discover how even the most massive structures in space, galaxies, nebulae, and stars follow cycles of awakening and stillness. If you're watching this from somewhere far away, maybe in another country, another time zone, I'd love to know where you're listening from. Maybe it's late in London or early morning in Sydney. Maybe you're watching from your bed in New York, or lying on the couch in a quiet apartment in Tokyo. Wherever you are, you're part of a community that gathers under the same cosmic night, a shared space of peace, curiosity, and comfort. The beauty of this journey is that it doesn't ask for your full attention. You don't have to try to learn or remember. Your mind can wander, and that's perfectly fine. That's what sleep science calls the pre-sleep drift, a gentle transition between alertness and rest, the state where ideas blur and imagination begins to take over. So as we begin this voyage through the sleeping universe, allow your breathing to slow. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Each exhale releasing the tension you carried from the day. Each inhale welcoming calm and curiosity. Now settle in. Let your eyelids grow heavy, your body warm, your thoughts quiet, because tonight we're going to float through galaxies, watch stars pulse like heartbeats, and uncover the hidden science of cosmic rest and night energy. We'll see how the same laws that lull your body into sleep might also guide the rhythm of creation itself. So, if you're ready, let's begin. Close your eyes and imagine yourself drifting upward through your ceiling, beyond the city lights, past the clouds, and into the velvet darkness of space. where even the stars seem to whisper, "Rest now." The universe is sleeping too. Have you ever wondered if the universe ever gets tired? If the stars themselves ever pause to breathe? If somewhere in the grand machinery of galaxies and gravity, there is a hidden moment of rest, a soft pulse when everything slows, like the quiet heartbeat between notes in a song. You might not have thought about it that way before. But maybe, just maybe, sleep is not just something humans do. Maybe it's a rhythm the entire cosmos follows. Picture yourself standing at the edge of time. Before you, an endless ocean of light stretches in every direction. Galaxies shimmer like tiny islands of dreams. Nebulas bloom in colors the human eye could never fully name. There's no sound, only the slow hum of existence, steady, ancient, and strangely familiar. As you look closer, you notice patterns, stars pulsing like the rise and fall of a breath, planets spinning in elegant cycles, dust clouds drifting through space like curtains drawn at the end of a cosmic day. Everything, from the smallest particle to the largest supercluster, seems to move in waves, periods of activity and silence, of creation and rest, and you realize this is not chaos at all. It's rhythm, the universal heartbeat of being. Scientists call it entropy, oscillation, equilibrium, complex words to describe something beautifully simple. The universe, like us, seeks balance. Every star that burns bright will one day dim. Every planet that spins will eventually slow. And every atom that vibrates will reach a point of stillness before beginning again. Even the vast emptiness between galaxies isn't empty. It hums with background radiation, a quiet afterglow left over from the birth of everything. That faint whisper is the universe's oldest memory, a record of its first breath. When physicists tune their instruments to detect that ancient signal, they call it the cosmic microwave background. It's like listening to the echo of a lullaby sung more than 13 billion years ago. Did you know that when you sleep, your brain waves slow into rhythmic patterns that mirror the oscillations found across the cosmos? Your heartbeat, your breath, even the electrical signals in your neurons follow fractal patterns seen in starlight pulses and gravitational waves. In a way, your body is built from the same music the universe plays. When you drift into sleep, your consciousness aligns with a slower, more universal tempo, as if the cosmos itself were inviting you to join its eternal dance of rest and renewal. If we zoom far enough back in time, scientists believe the universe wasn't the endless night we see now. It was once an unimaginable blaze of light and energy, dense, hot, awake, over billions of years. That energy began to cool, to settle, to rest. Galaxies formed from the quiet dust of exhausted stars. New worlds took shape in the calm that followed creation's fire. Even in its infancy, the universe was learning how to breathe, expanding, then pausing, like the slow inhale and exhale of existence itself. In astrophysics, there's a theory that space isn't expanding at a constant rate, that it pulses, sometimes faster, sometimes slower, almost like a sleeping giant's heartbeat. If that's true, then our universe doesn't just exist. It lives, it moves in cycles of energy and calm, much like your own body shifting through waking and dreaming. And here's a thought that always amazes scientists and dreamers alike: burned and rested before collapsing into new forms. In a very literal sense, you are made of stardust. And maybe that's why rest feels so sacred, because somewhere deep in your cells, the memory of cosmic sleep still lingers. Imagine now that you are floating, weightless, between galaxies all around you. The universe glows faintly, not dark, but dim, like twilight in every direction. You drift through interstellar clouds where particles move slowly. Each grain of cosmic dust takes thousands of years to travel an inch. It's as if time itself has fallen asleep. Yet even in this slowness, there's quiet purpose, hydrogen atoms coming together, softly igniting into the seeds of new stars. It's a peaceful kind of creation, nothing rushed, nothing forced, just pure rhythm and patience. Astrophysicists often describe the death of a star as its final rest. When a star runs out of fuel, it collapses. Sometimes it explodes in a supernova. Other times it fades gently into a white dwarf, glowing faintly for billions of years until its light disappears. And yet nothing is lost. That energy, that light, that dust, it all becomes the material for new stars, new planets, new life. In the language of science, it's called a cycle of matter, but in the language of the soul, it feels more like reincarnation, the universe breathing, sleeping, and awakening again. Your sleep tonight follows a pattern not unlike that cosmic rhythm when you drift into deep sleep. Your brain waves slow, your body temperature drops. Your heart enters a cycle of stillness and repair, and after a time, you begin to dream. Dreaming is your internal supernova, a burst of color, sound, and emotion that renews the mind. Then, slowly, you return to rest again. It's the same pattern the universe has followed for billions of years, the same pattern that guides stars, tides, and time itself. When you think about it, sleep is not an absence of life, it's a necessary part of it. Even galaxies rest between bursts of star formation. Even black holes, those mysterious engines of gravity, experience phases of dormancy when they no longer feed. And in those moments of cosmic silence, the universe holds its breath, just as you do right before sleep takes you. Maybe that's why silence feels so comforting. Why lying under the night sky can calm the soul so easily. Because your mind recognizes something ancient in that quiet. A familiar rhythm, it's always known, the resting pulse of creation itself. And so, as you listen to these words, as you feel your breath slow and your body grow heavier with rest, know that you are not separate from the stars. You are part of their story. You are part of this vast, resting universe, and somewhere between the spaces of thought and dream, you and the cosmos exhale together. The night outside your window isn't empty, it's alive. Alive with galaxies turning slowly, with distant stars flickering softly in their sleep, with dark matter flowing like invisible tides. You are surrounded by the universe's gentle murmur. It's not asking for attention, it's simply being just as you are. And as you drift further into relaxation, let this thought linger. Maybe the universe doesn't sleep the way we do, but perhaps it rests in ways we can feel. Perhaps every quiet moment, every sigh, every dream, is the cosmos reminding us that rest is sacred, that stillness is part of creation. As your eyelids grow heavier, let the stars in your imagination fade softly into the dark, and let your breathing follow the rhythm of distant galaxies. slow, peaceful, infinite. Now we'll journey deeper, to where time itself slows, to the space between moments, where scientists say the universe first learned to pause, the place where rest was born. We'll go there, together, quietly, gently, as the night deepens around you, and the universe keeps breathing in its endless sleep. Have you ever wondered what it felt like when the universe took its very first pause? Not the first explosion, not the fiery birth, but that fragile moment after, when everything, for the first time, began to slow, when the wild rush of creation softened, and silence, like a great cosmic sigh, filled the endless dark. Scientists believe it happened about 380,000 years after the Big Bang, a number so large it's hard to imagine. Yet in the timeline of eternity, it was only the universe's first blink. Picture yourself there, in the afterglow of the beginning. The chaos of creation has finally dimmed. The light that once blazed brighter than all the stars combined is fading into a soft golden haze. You're floating through a sea of particles, protons, electrons, and photons, all buzzing like the static of a newborn radio signal. But something begins to change. The wild motion starts to calm. The particles begin to settle. For the first time, the universe takes a breath, and the light that once roared freely becomes trapped, not destroyed, just slowed, absorbed into the forming atoms that will one day make up everything you've ever known. Physicists call this moment recombination. It's when hydrogen, the simplest and most abundant element, began to form. When the universe cooled enough for energy to take shape as matter. It's almost poetic, like steam condensing into rain, invisible fire turning into the seeds of life. And though the scientists measure it with equations and temperatures, you could think of it as the first time the universe rested. After its great birth cry, it finally slept. Imagine it now, an ocean of calm, stretching forever. No stars yet, no planets, no sound, just a vast, glowing fog, cooling in the dark. This era is known as the Cosmic Dark Ages, a strange, tranquil time when light existed but had nowhere to shine, when energy hummed quietly, waiting for something new. The silence must have been absolute, a silence not of absence, but of potential. Every atom was a dream, every vibration a whisper of what would come next. Did you know that scientists can still detect this ancient silence? They call it the cosmic microwave background. It's a faint signal, like a ghostly hum, that fills the universe. Every direction you look, it's there. The oldest sound, the soft residue of creation. Some astronomers even describe it as the breath of the universe itself. When you listen closely through a radio telescope, that faint static, that cosmic whisper, it's the echo of the universe's first moment of rest. If you could close your eyes and truly hear it, it would sound like a lullaby sung across time, a song of light turned to calm, of chaos transformed into peace, and perhaps, in some deep, ancient way, that's why you find comfort in stillness, because stillness was there at the very beginning, written into the laws of existence. Now, imagine drifting through that dark, quiet universe. You're surrounded by invisible rivers of hydrogen and helium. They swirl slowly, forming clouds that stretch for light years. It's not emptiness, it's potential. Every quiet motion is a promise of creation. Gravity begins to gather these clouds together. Tiny ripples in space, subtle fluctuations left from the Big Bang, start pulling matter inward, and slowly, almost imperceptibly, the universe begins to stir again, somewhere deep in the dark. A single point of light flickers, then another and another. The first stars are being born. They ignite quietly at first, then roar into brilliance. Their light cuts through the black like dawn through fog. The dark ages end. The cosmos awakens from its first great sleep. But here's the part that fills scientists with awe. If the universe had never paused, never cooled, never rested, those stars could never have formed. The pause was not a stop. It was a preparation, a necessary stillness that allowed beauty to emerge. Like the quiet before an orchestra begins, or the silence before a dream. And maybe that's a pattern we live by too. Every great creation in nature, in art, in life, requires rest before rebirth. Even the heart, as it beats, pauses between pulses. Even your breath has a moment of stillness between inhale and exhale. And even the mind, no matter how brilliant, needs its nightly silence to process the light of the day. It's strange to think that this same rhythm, creation, rest, renewal, exists in everything. From galaxies forming over eons, to the neurons firing in your brain as you drift to sleep tonight. The universe is not a machine, it's a living pulse, and every pause it takes allows something extraordinary to unfold. Now, think of the stars again, their light reaching you across billions of years. The photons hitting your eyes tonight may have begun their journey before Earth even existed. Each one a message from the past, each one carrying the memory of that first great rest. When the universe cooled and learned to breathe, some astrophysicists describe this early era as the first dawn, but it could also be called the end of the first dream. Because what followed was the awakening, the universe stretching, creating, expanding, but deep inside that expansion, the memory of stillness remained, a balance that keeps galaxies from tearing apart, a harmony that allows life to exist. If you've ever stared at the night sky and felt something move in your chest, something like awe, something like peace, it might be because your body remembers that rhythm, that original pause written into every atom you carry. You were born from the calm after creation. You were born from the universe's first rest. And that means, no matter how busy or bright your days become, stillness is your origin, rest is your inheritance. As you drift deeper into the story tonight, let that thought settle gently in your mind, that the same quiet that once filled the newborn universe still flows through you, through your heartbeat, through your breath, through the long rhythm of your sleep. So, let's continue this journey, because the universe didn't stop after its first rest. It learned a pattern, a cycle that would echo through time. The rise and fall of stars, the death and rebirth of light, each one a breath in the endless sleep of the cosmos. And somewhere within that pattern lies the secret to why you sleep, why every night you too return to the darkness and awaken again renewed. Now, as you breathe quietly, feel yourself floating back through that ancient calm, through the fog of the early cosmos, back to your own quiet universe, the one behind your closed eyes, where thoughts drift like starlight, and dreams begin to take shape. In the next part of our journey, we'll follow the first stars as they awaken, and learn how their light changed the rhythm of everything that followed. How even the cosmos, once peaceful and still, had to learn to balance awakening and sleep, energy and silence, life and rest. But for now, let this silence linger. Let it settle over you like starlight, because somewhere, far beyond the edge of what you can see, the universe still remembers how to rest, and so do you tonight. We continue our journey through the sleeping universe. Last time, we drifted through the silence that followed the Big Bang, a hush so deep it filled every corner of space, a quiet that allowed matter to form, energy to slow, and the first atoms to rest. But that slumber was not forever, because even silence in time begins to stir. Imagine it, the universe, vast and dark, blanketed in invisible fog. Hydrogen and helium floating gently like sleeping clouds. No sound, no starlight, just endless calm. Until, in that stillness, gravity begins to whisper. Tiny fluctuations left over from the chaos of the Big Bang ripples, so small, yet powerful enough to pull atoms together, slowly, steadily, relentlessly. Over millions of years, those soft whispers grow louder. The hydrogen clouds begin to swirl and tighten, forming spirals, knots, and filaments, the skeleton of what would one day become galaxies. And at the center of those clouds, pressure builds. Atoms collide faster and harder. Temperatures rise beyond imagination, and deep within the darkness, a new kind of fire begins to glow. Then, in one silent, breathtaking moment, the first star ignites, not with sound, but with light, a blinding, blue-white flare cutting through the cosmic fog. It's the first dawn the universe has ever seen. And just like that, after hundreds of millions of years of darkness, the universe opens its eyes. Astronomers call this the cosmic dawn, a time when the first stars burst to life, when hydrogen clouds burned. But there's something almost poetic about this awakening, because those first stars weren't gentle. They were enormous, wild, and short-lived, burning hotter, faster, fiercer. They lived only a few million years, a heartbeat compared to eternity. But in their fiery lives, they created the first heavy elements: carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, the building blocks of life itself. You could say these stars were dreamers. They burned themselves awake to create the world that would one day dream of them. And when they died, oh, when they died, they didn't fade quietly. They exploded, supernova that ripped through the void, spreading stardust across the newborn universe. Each explosion a brilliant echo of creation, each fragment a promise of something new. Think about that for a moment. Every atom in your body, the carbon in your blood, the calcium in your bones, the iron flowing through your veins was forged in the heart of one of those first stars. You are literally made of the universe's first dream, the ashes of light that chose to rest, ignite, and be reborn. But not all the stars burned alone as the first ones died. Their light rippled through the fog, breaking apart the hydrogen mist that once filled the cosmos. The universe became transparent again. Light traveled freely for the first time since recombination. It was a second awakening, a transition from darkness to clarity, from rest to radiance. Scientists call this period but if you think of the universe as a living being, you might imagine it as the moment it truly opened its eyes. The fog lifted, the stars multiplied, the first galaxies began to swirl together, and space, once cold and silent, now shimmered with the pulse of newborn light. But what if I told you this awakening came with its own kind of danger? That every new light cast a shadow, that every birth required a balance of death. Because the same radiation that cleared the fog also tore apart fragile atoms. The same starlight that brought clarity also carried destruction. And in that delicate balance between life and loss, the universe found its rhythm, a pattern that still continues, expansion and collapse, light and darkness, awakening and rest. Now imagine yourself floating through that time. You drift between blazing stars and black clouds of dust. You watch galaxies spin like slow-motion whirlpools. Everywhere, motion, everywhere, light. But if you listen carefully, beneath the roar of nuclear fire, beneath the hum of energy, there's still a faint echo of the old silence, the quiet memory of the dark ages. As if the universe, even while awake, still remembers how to dream. This cosmic duality, activity and stillness, isn't just written in the stars. It's within you, to your brain, for example, follows a similar pattern during deep sleep. It quiets completely, just like the early universe after the Big Bang. Then, during REM, when dreams begin, your mind lights up like a starfield. Sparks of memory and imagination burst into motion. Thoughts collide and fuse, creating something new. You awaken refreshed, carrying fragments of your inner cosmos into the daylight. It's a reflection of the same cosmic truth. Without rest, no light can form, and without light, rest has no purpose in the night sky today. When you look at distant galaxies through a telescope, you're not just seeing stars, you're looking back in time. The light reaching your eyes tonight may have left its source over 13 billion years ago, perhaps from one of those first ancient suns. Its glow crossing the dark ocean of space to whisper to you, I was here. When light first learned to dream, isn't it hauntingly beautiful that across all that distance, the rhythm still continues. Stars are born and die. Galaxies merge and drift apart. Worlds spin and sleep under alien suns. And somewhere within that infinite dance, life begins to stir. Life that, like those first stars, awakens, shines, and returns to rest. Now, imagine yourself lying under a sky filled with billions of stars, each one a storyteller, each one a fragment of the universe's memory. You close your eyes, and in the darkness behind your eyelids, you see the same cosmic pattern. The rise and fall of light, the breath of creation, the hum of something eternal. You feel it not with your eyes, but with your heart. That ancient rhythm, awake, rest, awake again. The pulse of the cosmos. The same pulse that moves through you and just before you drift into sleep tonight. Remember this, every dream you have is a kind of awakening. A small light flickering in the vast darkness of your mind, and every time you awaken, you're continuing the same story that began with the stars, the story of light learning to dream. So, as your thoughts grow slower, as the world outside fades into hush, imagine yourself floating again in that first dawn, surrounded by newborn stars, their light shimmering through the cosmic fog, their warmth touching your face like the softest breeze, and their whispers telling you that rest and light, sleep and life are never truly separate. They are the same melody, played endlessly by the universe itself. Because even now, billions of years later, the cosmos still dreams through you, through every sleeping mind, through every spark of light in the infinite night. Imagine you are floating again, not above the stars this time, but within them. You drift gently between colossal spirals of light, their arms curling like the slow motion of an ancient tide. Each galaxy turns with a rhythm so steady it feels almost alive, a silent pulse echoing through the fabric of the cosmos. And if you listen closely, in the quiet spaces between thought and dream, you can almost feel it, the universe, breathing. Welcome back to Science in Sleeping. Tonight, we are listening to the heartbeat of creation itself, the steady thrum that connects every atom, every star, every dream, because galaxies, those vast islands of starlight, aren't static pictures painted across the heavens. They're alive in their own timeless way. They expand, they rest, they awaken. They pulse with the rhythm of cosmic time, just as your heart does within your chest. When we look at the night sky, each faint point of light seems frozen, but that's only because we see them across such unimaginable distances. In truth, galaxies are ceaselessly in motion, spinning, colliding, merging, and sleeping. Each cycle lasting millions, sometimes billions of years. They inhale matter and energy, exhale radiation and starlight, and in that breath they give birth to worlds. At the center of nearly every galaxy, including our own Milky Way, lies something both wondrous and terrifying, a supermassive black hole. A heart of darkness millions of times more massive than our sun, and though it devours light itself, it's not the monster we often imagine. In fact, it plays a vital role. It regulates the life and rest of its entire galaxy. Scientists sometimes call it the galaxy's central engine, but you might think of it as its beating heart. When the black hole awakens, it feeds on nearby gas and dust. The energy released is staggering. Jets of light and particles streaming across millions of light, so bright they outshine all the stars in the galaxy combined. In those moments, the galaxy seems fully awake, its heart blazing, its pulse quickening, its energy rippling outward like a flare of cosmic thought. But even black holes need to rest, and when their fuel runs low, the galaxies around them begin to quiet. Star formation slows, the lights dim, and the vast spiral arms fall into peaceful stillness. It's as if the entire galaxy exhales, settling into a kind of cosmic slumber, waiting, patient, timeless, for the next awakening. This rhythm of energy, of rest, of renewal, is what scientists now call galactic feedback, a cycle of creation and calm that keeps the cosmos in balance. The galaxies are like enormous lungs of the universe, breathing starlight in and out across eons. Each inhale a burst of creation, each exhale a time of quiet restoration. And together, they keep the universe alive. Picture this, a cluster of galaxies, thousands of them, spinning together in a slow cosmic dance. They are connected by invisible filaments of dark matter, veins of gravity threading between them like the arteries of an infinite being. Energy flows through these channels from one galaxy's breath to another's. A silent communication, as if the universe itself is dreaming in patterns of light. Now, imagine if you could stand at the edge of time and listen to all those galaxies pulsing together. The deep thrum of black holes, the gentle hiss of gas clouds forming new stars, the quiet sigh of dust settling into place. It would sound like a symphony, a heartbeat played across billions of years, the music of sleeping light. And maybe that's not so different from you. Your heart beats quietly, sending life through your body while you rest. Your brain flickers with pulses of activity, tiny bursts of energy that rise and fade like star clusters, forming and dissolving. Even as you sleep, you are a microcosm of the same rhythm. Pause. Creation again. You are, in every sense, a galaxy of thought and memory. There's a kind of suspense to this cycle too, because galaxies don't remain still forever. Sometimes, after long ages of calm, they awaken violently. Collisions begin, two galaxies drawn together by gravity's slow embrace, their stars swirling, their shapes twisting, their centers merging in blinding waves of light. And from that chaos, a new galaxy is born, larger, brighter, its black hole heart newly fueled, beating once again. The Milky Way itself is part of this grand pattern. In about 4 billion years, it will collide with our neighboring Andromeda galaxy. And while the thought sounds catastrophic, it's not destruction, it's renewal. Most stars will pass peacefully by one another, and the two galaxies will merge into a single massive spiral, their hearts joining, their lights blending, a slow and elegant transformation, a new heartbeat in the universe's chest. Think of how extraordinary that is, even at the largest scale imaginable. The cosmos follows the same law that life does. To change is not to end, but to rest, to renew, to begin again. The universe never truly stops. It simply shifts between states of being, awake and asleep, burning and still, alive and dreaming. Now close your eyes for a moment and picture the Milky Way from far above, its spiral arms glowing softly, its stars drifting like grains of light in a celestial current at the center. The black hole heart, Sagittarius A*, rests quietly tonight, a sleeping giant, gathering its energy for some distant awakening. Around it, billions of suns orbit gracefully, their light pulsing through the dark like slow, golden breaths, every pulse, every motion, a reminder that the universe doesn't just exist, it lives. Did you know that even galaxies have lifespans? They are born, they evolve, they grow old and fade. Some lose their gas and can no longer form stars, becoming elliptical ghosts of their former selves. Scientists call this galactic quenching, but it's really just another kind of rest, a cosmic winter before another dawn, and perhaps one day, long after the last stars burn out, the universe itself will drift into a deep, final sleep, cold, quiet, endless, until even time closes its eyes. But maybe, just maybe, it's not an ending. What if, beyond that slumber, another awakening waits, a rebirth, a new universe blooming from the quiet ashes of the last? Because if there's one truth the stars have shown us, it's that rest is never truly the end. It's only the space between one heartbeat and the next. So as you lie here tonight, listening to your own quiet rhythm, know that you are part of that same cosmic pulse. Every breath you take is the echo of a galaxy inhaling light. Every heartbeat is a whisper of the universe itself, reminding you that sleep is not stillness, but participation, a joining of the great cycle that connects all things. And when your mind drifts tonight, when your thoughts dissolve into the calm ocean of dreams, imagine the galaxies above you, spinning gently, their hearts glowing softly in the dark, each one dreaming its own slow, endless dream, a lullaby written in the language of light. And as you sink deeper, know this: the universe sleeps with you, breathes with you, and through every quiet heartbeat, you help keep its ancient rhythm alive. Now that we've drifted through the galaxies and heard the slow thrum of their cosmic heartbeats, let's come closer, much closer, to the quiet orbits where worlds drift like glowing marbles around their suns, each one turning, spinning, and breathing in its own way, each one cradled by gravity's invisible hand, each one dreaming. Welcome back to Science in Sleeping. Tonight, we travel to the world of the dreaming planets to listen to the whispers of their rotation, to feel the rhythm of their endless nights and newborn dawns. Because even planets, solid, ancient, seemingly unmoving, follow the same pattern as you. They rest, they wake, they remember. Have you ever stood outside on a still night, feeling the earth turn beneath you? It's almost impossible to sense a slow, steady spin of 1,000 miles per hour at the equator, but so smooth, so constant, you feel only stillness, and yet that quiet spin is our planet's heartbeat. Its slow inhale and exhale of light and shadow, day and night, wake and rest. But Earth is not alone in this rhythm. Every planet in the universe turns, some fast, some slow, some never stop spinning. Others are trapped in eternal twilight, their nights frozen, their days burning bright, each one locked in its own strange pattern of sleep. Take Mercury, for instance, the world closest to the sun. It spins so slowly that one day there lasts nearly 60 Earth days. Imagine that a sunrise so slow it would take months to cross the sky, a sunset that feels like the world itself is falling back to sleep, the ground scorched on one side, frozen on the other. Mercury exists between waking and dreaming, forever caught in a half-slumber. And then there's Venus, a world wrapped in thick, golden clouds, its atmosphere dense and heavy like a fever dream. It rotates backward, its day longer than its year. So while it orbits the sun swiftly, its surface turns agonizingly slow. Every sunrise there feels like eternity breaking open, and every night like a memory that refuses to fade. Venus is a world that dreams in reverse, as if it remembers something the universe has long forgotten. Mars, our quiet red neighbor, dreams too, though in colder tones. Its days are nearly the same length as ours, just 24 hours and 37 minutes. And yet, everything there feels slower, softer, lonelier. When the Martian night falls, temperatures plummet, winds whisper over the dunes, and the planet's thin air hums with electric stillness. For billions of years, Mars has turned faithfully, like a clock whose maker is long gone. Its dreams are frozen beneath the dust, fossilized rivers, ancient seas, and perhaps the memory of something that once breathed. Even the gas giants, Jupiter and Saturn, follow this pattern of rest and renewal. They spin so quickly that their days last barely 10 hours, vast worlds turning faster than your heartbeat. Their cloud bands twist and ripple like the folds of a dream in motion. Lightning flashes deep within their storms, bright enough to light entire continents, each rotation a stormy lullaby, each night a thunderous whisper of ancient creation. And then there are the far worlds, Uranus, tilted on its side, rolling around the sun like a sleeping giant in a cosmic bed, its poles bathed in years of daylight, then years of darkness. Imagine a place where an entire season is a lifetime, where winter is not months, but decades of endless night. Uranus doesn't just spin, it drifts, slowly turning in its eternal dream, half awake, half forgotten. And Neptune blue, distant, patient, its winds faster than any storm in the solar system, sweeping through its atmosphere like invisible ghosts, each gust a reminder that even in the coldest reaches, motion never truly stops. The universe still breathes, still remembers. But perhaps the most haunting example of all lies beyond even Neptune, in the quiet, frozen corners of the Kuiper Belt, where dwarf planets like Pluto turn beneath faint, dying sunlight, their skies a twilight that never quite ends, their nights illuminated only by the glow of distant stars. Pluto's rotation gives it long, languid days, each one 6 Earth days long, and during that time, its thin atmosphere freezes and falls like snow. Then, as sunlight returns, it evaporates again, as if the planet itself exhales, breathing between frost and vapor, sleep and wake. You see, the universe doesn't just move, it remembers. Each planet's rotation carries the imprint of its past, how it formed, how it collided, how it cooled, the angle of its tilt, the pace of its spin, the rhythm of its nights. They're all part of a cosmic memory. Each world is a storyteller, and every turn of its axis is another whispered page. And when you think about it, you to carry that same rhythm. Your body follows its own planetary cycle, your heart beating, your breath rising and falling, even your cells, sleeping and waking in perfect harmony with the turning Earth at night. Your brain shifts through waves, alpha, theta, delta, echoing the slow rotations of the planets themselves. It's as if the cosmos wrote its rhythm into you. And every night, when you drift into dreams, you're syncing once more with that timeless pattern. Did you know that when astronauts sleep in orbit, their bodies still follow Earth's circadian rhythm, even though they see 16 sunrises and sunsets every day? Their internal clocks are anchored to home, to the slow turning of the planet that birthed them. It's a reminder that no matter how far we drift, our dreams remain tied to the Earth's breath, its rotation, its memory. So tonight, as you close your eyes, imagine the Earth beneath you, a vast, turning cradle of stone and ocean, spinning silently through the dark, carrying you gently toward morning. Every rotation is a lullaby. Every sunrise, a slow awakening from the universe's dream. You are not separate from it. You are the dreamer and the dream, the sleeper and the world that turns beneath and just before sleep takes you. Picture it, the solar system drifting in its quiet orbit, each world spinning, each one dreaming in its own language. Mercury's fiery whisper, Venus's slow sigh, Mars's cold breath, Jupiter's thundering hum, Earth's soft exhale, all of them moving together. A chorus of motion, a symphony of sleep. They have been turning since the dawn of time, and they will keep turning long after our stories fade. Because this rhythm of rest and motion, of night and dawn, is the heartbeat of creation itself. It's the same pulse that hums through galaxies, through atoms, through you, and as you drift deeper now, let that thought cradle you like starlight, that you are part of the universe's great dream, turning slowly, forever, in the gentle rhythm of sleep and remembrance. Have you ever looked up at the night sky and felt, for just a fleeting moment, that the stars were alive? That behind every shimmering point of light there might be a slow, cosmic heartbeat or rhythm, older than time itself? Have you ever wondered whether the stars, those blazing furnaces of gas and gravity, ever rest? It's a strange thought, isn't it? The very things that light up our darkness might, in some deeper way, share something with USA, need to slow down, to renew, to pause between moments of fire and light. Picture yourself lying beneath an open sky, somewhere far from the noise of the world, maybe on a quiet hilltop where the only sound is the hush of wind moving through grass. Above you stretches an ocean of stars, infinite and still, like the glittering surface of a sea you can't touch. The night feels alive, almost breathing. The longer you stare, the more you sense the subtle flicker, not just of light, but of rhythm, as if the universe itself is gently pulsing, like the rise and fall of your own breath. It's in this space, between you and infinity, that we ask our question: do stars, too, have a kind of sleep? To answer this, we must look beyond metaphor, deep into the physics of a star's life. Stars are not eternal flames. They are born, they live, and they die. But within that life cycle lies something beautiful and almost human: phases of calm and fury, expansion and collapse, wakefulness and rest. A newborn star begins in a cold cradle of dust and gas, drifting quietly in the arms of a nebula. It takes millions of years for the gravity within that cloud to gather enough strength, to squeeze hydrogen tightly enough to ignite fusion, the first breath of a star. It's a long, quiet gestation, a slow awakening from the darkness, almost like the universe itself taking a deep, patient breath before opening its eyes. Once awake, a star begins its long, burning day, a day that might last billions of years. Yet even during this endless stretch of radiance, there are moments of quiet within. Scientists have discovered that stars pulse. They expand and contract in rhythmic patterns, like the beating of a giant heart. Some oscillate gently, others dramatically. The sun, for instance, experiences cycles. Every 11 years, its magnetic field flips. Sunspots appear and fade. Solar winds grow stronger and then subside. These are not random storms. They are the cosmic equivalent of inhaling and exhaling. The star is active, then still, bright, then calm, awake, then resting in its own stellar way. But the most astonishing revelation comes from the study of stellar oscillations, what astronomers call astroseismology. Just as geologists study earthquakes to understand Earth's interior, scientists study the vibrations of stars to learn what happens beneath their glowing surfaces. Those vibrations reveal layers of calm and turbulence, periods of violent motion followed by profound stillness when viewed from a distance. It's as if the star itself is dreaming, its surface quivering, with soft ripples of sound that travel through its body like a whisper of cosmic thought. And what about our own star, the sun, that anchors our days and guards our nights? The sun, too, has its moods, its rhythms, its rest. During periods of solar minimum, when activity drops, its surface grows strangely quiet. Fewer sunspots appear, fewer flares burst forth. The solar wind weakens, and the whole star seems to breathe out and settle. Astronomers say the sun is resting, but in poetic truth, it feels almost as though it's sleeping its fiery mind, drifting between dreams of magnetic storms and memories of creation. Now imagine this from another perspective. If the sun's activity affects us so deeply on Earth, perhaps its moments of rest are tied to our own cycles too. During solar minimums, Earth's atmosphere cools slightly. Auroras grow faint, satellite interference decreases. The world feels calmer, quieter, even if we can't quite sense why. Could it be that when our star rests, our planet exhales with it? That somewhere in the delicate balance of magnetism and light, we share in the great cosmic rhythm of rest? There's another layer to this mystery, one even more haunting. Deep within the life of every star lies an inevitable transition when its energy wanes, when its fusion slows, when its core begins to dim. This, in a cosmic sense, might be the true sleep of a star. The red giant phase, when a star swells and cools, could be likened to a slow, dreamy surrender. The light grows softer. The surface expands like a great sigh, and finally it lets go. Some stars end in quiet collapse, fading into white dwarfs that glow faintly for trillions of years. Others go out in violent dream supernova, whose final breath scatters the dust that will one day form new worlds. In this cycle, birth, brightness, rest, and death. For isn't that the rhythm of everything? Wakefulness, activity, decline, renewal. The stars, it seems, are not so different from us. Their slumber and awakening happen across epochs, while hours unfold within hours. But the pattern, the pulses, the same. We are reflections of the cosmos, shaped from the dust of ancient stars that once burned, then rested, then returned to the void. If we listen closely enough, perhaps we can even feel it, the gentle heartbeat of the sun through the solar wind, the hum of energy carried through magnetic fields. Every atom in your body was once part of that eternal rhythm. It means that somewhere within you, the stars are still dreaming. So tonight, as you lie beneath their silent gaze, imagine each star as a soul in slumber, breathing in light and exhaling gravity, drifting in its long, luminous dream. When you close your eyes, your breath becomes a tiny echo of theirs, a whisper that joins the universe's endless lullaby. And as your thoughts soften, remember this: even the stars rest. Even the brightest lights in creation know the value of stillness. Somewhere out there, the cosmos exhales, and for a billion years, it simply is. Let's follow that rhythm together, breathing in the light of understanding, exhaling the quiet of peace, drifting from one moment of wonder into the next, ready to dream not just of stars, but with them, as the story continues deeper into the night, where the very fabric of space might also know what it means to sleep. Have you ever stood at the edge of a quiet ocean at night, watching the water rise and fall with a rhythm that feels ancient, almost like it remembers something forgotten, a heartbeat older than memory itself? That rhythm, that gentle pulse, is the moon whispering to the earth. And if you listen closely tonight, you may feel that same pulse within yourself, because the moon does not merely hang in the sky. It breathes with the world, guiding oceans, organisms, and perhaps even the subtle tides of our minds. Picture yourself there, standing barefoot on the cool sand, the night sky stretched overhead like a velvet canopy, the stars twinkling faintly, distant and eternal, above you. The moon glows softly, pale and luminous, its light touching the waves like a brush of silver silk. The ocean shifts gently beneath your feet, a rhythm so slow, so patient, it could only have been taught by time itself. And as you exhale, you feel yourself drawn into that lunar cadence, a quiet alignment between the cosmic and the personal. The moon is not just a rock orbiting the Earth. It is the great timekeeper of the planet, a celestial metronome, its gravity tugging on oceans and seas, creating the tides, the gentle rise and fall that has shaped coastlines, molded ecosystems, and orchestrated life for billions of years. Did you know that without the moon, Earth's rotation would be erratic, its nights unpredictable, its seasons unsteady? The moon's quiet pull has stabilized the planet's spin, and in that stability, life has found a rhythm, a pattern of activity and rest, of wakefulness and slumber, mirrored in the very cycles of the moon itself. Imagine the tides as the planet breathing, the oceans inhaling toward the moon, then exhaling back, each high tide a soft inhalation, each low tide a quiet exhalation, and the creatures of the sea, those ancient, silent witnesses, have learned to sleep and awaken according to that rhythm. Crabs burrow into sand at low tide, plankton rise with the moonlit surge, fish follow the push and pull, all synchronized with a cosmic heartbeat older than humankind. But there's more. The moon does not simply influence water. It affects the very chemistry of life. Studies show that some organisms, including certain fungi and insects, modulate their activity with lunar phases. Even humans may carry a faint echo of lunar rhythm. Our sleep cycles subtly influenced by the brightness and phase of the moon. It is said that sleep can be lighter on a full moon night, dreams more vivid, hearts perhaps a little quicker. Though science debates the exact mechanisms, there is something undeniably mysterious in this connection, as if the moon carries memory not of Earth, but of the countless nights, billions of years, that it has watched silently, guiding tides, shaping rhythms, teaching rest and renewal to all that live under its gaze. Picture this now, the moon, locked in its synchronous orbit, always presenting one face to Earth, its other side a secret kept from our eyes, a world unseen, silent, sleeping, and even on the side we see, its craters, plains, and mountains are frozen echoes of cosmic history, ancient collisions and violent upheavals now at rest. The moon, in a sense, is itself a sleeping planet, its surface calm, its influence continuous, a patient guardian of night, watching over the world as it spins beneath. And yet, this guardian is not inert. It moves with intention, albeit slow, every lunar month. It completes its cycle of phases, from new to full, waxing and waning. A slow inhale of light, followed by exhale. A pattern repeated endlessly, mirrored in every ripple of tide, every whisper of ocean breeze, every quiet shift in your own body's rhythm. For your blood, your heart, even the fluids in your eyes and inner ear, respond subtly to the moon's pull, a reflection of the same cosmic order that governs all matter. Think about how long this has been happening. For over 4 billion years, the moon has danced with Earth, guiding tides, stabilizing rotation, shaping continents, and in that dance, life has learned to rest, to awaken, to remember. The forests, the deserts, the oceans, the creatures, all tuned to the subtle cadence of lunar motion. Even when the moon appears motionless in the night sky, it is alive, in effect, pulsing with gravity and time, a silent, sleeping musician playing a lullaby that has echoed through eons. And perhaps this is why humans have always revered the moon. From ancient myths to nocturnal rituals, its phases guide planting and harvesting, hunting and gathering. Its glow inspires poets and dreamers. Its subtle pull influences the tides within us. Even our sleep patterns carry a trace of its rhythm. And when you close your eyes tonight, perhaps your dreams will rise and fall in tandem with that same invisible tide. Your consciousness drifting in sync with the lunar pulse. Your body aligned with the quiet ebb and flow of creation itself. Now, imagine lying on a quiet shore, watching the moon climb higher into the sky, its reflection stretching across water like a silver path, each wave shimmering softly, each pulse of light a whisper from an ancient past, a lullaby older than memory, older than the oldest trees, older than the stars themselves. And as the tide rises and falls beneath your feet, as the lunar rhythm carries on, you are part of that same dance, a note in the symphony of planetary sleep, your breath aligned with the rise and fall of oceans, your heart echoing the moon's silent cadence, and your mind drifting gently into dream. The moon teaches patience, teaches rest, teaches the art of silent influence. It is not just a satellite, but a cosmic teacher of slumber, of timing, of memory, of how even the quietest body can shape worlds. As you close your eyes tonight, let the lunar rhythm soothe you. Let the tides cradle your mind, and know that somewhere above, the moon is sleeping too, and through its gentle pull, it dreams with you. And as you drift deeper into the night, remember this: the same rhythm that moves oceans, that nudges life awake and to sleep, is written in your own body, your own breath, your own heartbeat, a reflection of the cosmic dance that began billions of years ago. The moon, the tides, the night sky, all breathing with you, all dreaming with you, all reminding you that rest, like creation itself, is eternal. Tonight, we journey deeper into the cosmos, to a place where light, motion, and gravity converge into a rhythm so ancient and profound that it could only be described as a symphony, a music of the universe, silent yet perceptible, not heard with ears, but felt with mind, body, and spirit. And if you listen closely, you may find your own heartbeat joining the chorus. Imagine lying beneath a flawless night sky, the air still and cool, the stars stretching across the darkness like glimmering jewels on velvet. The moon hangs pale above, its reflection dancing faintly on a river or a lake. The planets shine like slow-moving lanterns, each in its own path, each tracing a rhythm older than human memory. And as your eyes trace their motion, you sense something profound, that the universe itself is alive with timing and harmony. Consider the stars first, those distant furnaces of nuclear fire. They do not burn randomly. Their light pulses and oscillates with frequencies determined by mass, age, and internal structure, Some stars expand and contract in cycles that can last minutes, hours, or years. Vibrations ripple through their plasma, waves of energy that carry subtle notes through space. Some astronomers liken this to a stellar heartbeat or a quiet cosmic hum, a melody that has traveled across millions of light years. And when that light reaches our eyes, we see it as a shimmer, a sparkle. But beneath that shimmer lies a rhythm, a quiet symphony of matter and energy. Now consider planets, our own Earth included. They move in orbits that are precise yet graceful, ellipses traced over eons. Each revolution a metronome marking time. Their spins, tilts, and precessions contribute to the cadence of night, the ebb and flow of climate, even the timing of life itself. As they move, the planets interact with each other, their gravitational tugs and nudges creating resonances, subtle harmonies that echo across the solar system, a dance of celestial bodies that has no conductor, yet never falters. Between these stars and planets flows cosmic energy, radiation, magnetic fields, and invisible particles. These currents weave through the galaxy like a wind. Sometimes they sing quietly, sometimes in dramatic flares, but always they contribute to the music. The energy of a supernova, for instance, travels through space as a shockwave, stirring nebulae, igniting star formation. A note so powerful it resonates across light years. And yet, that same wave is also a whisper of silence, a reminder that even in violence, there is rhythm, even in chaos, there is pattern. Now imagine all these layers intertwining. The stars pulse with light and magnetism. The planets trace their orbits with steady precision. Energy flows between them, and the invisible web of gravity binds it all together. The Milky Way, for example, rotates like a great cosmic orchestra. Billions of stars spinning in harmony, nebulae glowing like vibrating strings, black holes contributing deep, unperceivable tones, and dark matter, unseen yet ever present, holding the rhythm steady, like a silent, omnipresent drumbeat. Even our sun participates in this symphony. Its cycles of solar minimum and maximum, its solar flares and quiet periods, its magnetic reversals all contribute a rhythm that touches the earth, guiding life, sleep patterns, and subtle electromagnetic flows. It is a living note in the universal music, linking us intimately to the stars and planets. Whether we notice it or not, our bodies resonate with this rhythm, breathing in harmony with cosmic pulses, dreaming to the quiet vibration of creation itself. But there is suspense here, because the universe is not perfectly constant. Galaxies collide, stars explode, planets wobble. Magnetic storms surge and fade, energy surges unpredictably through the void. These disruptions create tension, like crescendos in a symphony. They remind us that even the most precise patterns are alive, dynamic, unpredictable, and yet the music continues, ever adapting, ever flowing, a reminder that balance emerges not from stasis, but from motion. Imagine now that you are part of this symphony. Your heart, the drum, your breath, the wind instrument, your thoughts, the strings that shimmer and fade as you lie in bed tonight. The universe's rhythms are reflected within you. The rise and fall of your chest echoes the moon's pull. The flickering of your thoughts mirrors the pulsing stars. And as sleep approaches, Your mind becomes a quiet conductor, tuning your body to the cosmic orchestra so that every beat, every sigh, every dream is a note in this infinite composition. Even the spaces between the notes carry meaning. Silence, after all, is as much a part of music as sound. The voids between stars, the dark spaces between galaxies, the quiet moments in your own mind before dream, all are pauses, holding the tension of anticipation. Every exhale, every heartbeat, every wave of thought contributes to the flow, and in that flow, you become inseparable from the cosmic rhythm. Each moment of rest, a subtle echo of the universe's timeless melody. So tonight, as your eyelids grow heavy, let your imagination drift among the stars and planets. Feel the pulse of distant suns in your own chest. Sense the pull of the moon in the gentle rise and fall of your breath. Hear the faint resonance of galaxies spinning slowly, and know that even as you sleep, you are participating in a rhythm older than life itself. An eternal night sky symphony, a cosmic lullaby, a harmony of motion, energy, and quiet, guiding all things everywhere toward rest and renewal. And as the universe continues its silent performance, let yourself sink deeper into the music, into the rhythm, into the dream of light. Because tonight, you are not just a listener, you are part of the symphony itself. A note carried on the breath of stars, cradled by the spin of planets, guided by the pull of the moon, and at last, finally, ready to drift into a peaceful cosmic sleep tonight. We venture into the hidden corners of the cosmos, places unseen, mysterious, and almost impossible to imagine. Yet these shadows of the universe may hold the greatest secrets of rest, rhythm, and renewal. For beneath the shining stars, the glowing planets, and the spinning galaxies, there is a quieter, darker layer, a realm of unseen matter and energy, a vast hidden mind of the cosmos itself. Have you ever wondered what the universe does when no one is watching? Does it sleep? Does it pause, even for a moment, in the infinity of space and time? We can see the light of stars and the reflection of planets, but what of the things we cannot see? The dark matter that weaves through galaxies, the dark energy that drives the universe's expansion. Perhaps in these invisible forces, the universe whispers its quietest thoughts, its most private dreams. Picture yourself floating above the Milky Way, looking down at the spirals of light and shadow. The stars glitter like embers in a slow fire. Galaxies drift apart as the cosmic ocean stretches and expands. But then, imagine there is more than the light. There is a vast scaffold of invisible threads, dark matter filaments crisscrossing the cosmos, holding galaxies in place, shaping their motion, yet unseen, silent, resting in its invisible slumber, a hidden architecture upon which all light depends. And yet it sleeps quietly, its presence felt only through its influence. Dark matter is mysterious, almost ghostly. It does not emit light or heat. It does not interact with ordinary matter except through gravity. And yet it forms the backbone of galaxies, guiding their spins, their shapes, their hidden rhythms. Without it, stars would scatter, galaxies would crumble. The universe would lose its delicate pulse, yet dark matter itself remains elusive, almost as if it were dreaming, a quiet, invisible mind, shaping everything while remaining unseen. And then there is dark energy, a force stranger still, driving the expansion of the universe at an accelerating rate, pushing galaxies apart, stretching the fabric of space itself. It is a gentle, omnipresent pressure, subtle yet overwhelming, like the quiet exhale of the cosmos. Its effect is calm yet inexorable, a reminder that even in the vast emptiness, there is motion, there is energy, there is the slow breathing of creation. Imagine the universe itself as a vast organism, dark matter as its skeleton, dark energy as its pulse, stars and planets as fleeting thoughts within its consciousness. Every galaxy a neuron firing, every supernova a flash of insight. And perhaps, in this analogy, the universe sleeps in cycles we cannot yet perceive, its dream hidden in gravitational waves, cosmic microwave background radiation, and in the subtle ripples that flow through the unseen web of matter. There is suspense here because we can never fully see it. We can only infer its presence, its rhythm, its quiet influence. Like listening to a distant drum through a wall, we feel the beat, sense the timing, but we cannot see the source. We can only imagine it. And yet, in our imagining, we participate in the universe's hidden symphony, aligning our own breath, our own thoughts, our own sleep, with a rhythm far greater than ourselves. Some scientists even speculate that dark matter and dark energy interact in ways that could influence the very fate of the universe. Perhaps the universe's rest is encoded in these forces, periods of relative calm and activity, eras of expansion and quiet. Even the future of time itself may be connected to the sleep of these unseen components. Imagine that for a moment, the universe not as static, eternal and unchanging, but as alive, breathing, resting, dreaming in a form we cannot yet comprehend. And consider gravity waves, ripples in space-time itself, traveling outward from colliding black holes, neutron stars, and other cosmic events, like echoes of a deep slumber. These waves pass silently through the universe, through galaxies, stars, planets, and even you, passing through your body without disturbance, yet leaving an imprint, a subtle reminder that everything is connected, that the sleeping universe is not empty, but full of motion, of memory, of gentle communication across vast distances. Now picture yourself again, floating in this cosmic ocean. Dark matter surrounding you like a gentle fog, dark energy stretching and expanding space around you, galaxies spinning in the distance, stars pulsing softly like lanterns in the dark. And you feel a sense of calm because the universe, in its quiet, unseen layers, is keeping time. Its heartbeat, invisible yet pervasive, its breath flowing through every atom, every wave of light, every particle of existence. And you, too, are a part of this rhythm, your own mind and body aligned with the gentle, eternal pulse of creation. It is in this awareness that sleep becomes profound, not just a release of tension or a pause from activity, but a joining of your personal rhythm with the rhythm of the universe itself. Every exhale a mirror of dark energy's expansion, every inhale a reflection of dark matter's silent embrace. Your dreams a quiet echo of the cosmos' hidden thoughts. And as you sink deeper into slumber, you are not alone. The universe sleeps with you, breathing, expanding, pulsing, dreaming, its quiet mind cradling you in its eternal rhythm. And as you drift, Imagine this truth, even in the unseen, the unknown, the mysterious and infinite. There is calm, there is order, there is rest. The sleeping cosmos holds its secrets, not in chaos, but in quiet, invisible patterns. And as your mind follows this rhythm tonight, you to participate in the hidden music of creation, aligned with the gentle pulse of dark matter, the subtle exhale of dark energy, and the infinite, dreamlike heartbeat of the universe itself. Tonight, we drift closer to home, yet into the grandest scale imaginable, to the spiral arms of the Milky Way, our cosmic neighborhood, a vast sea of stars, gas, dust, and dark matter, all turning, twisting, and breathing in a rhythm so slow and immense that it almost escapes perception, and yet, if we listen carefully, we can sense it, a gentle, hypnotic pulse, a cosmic lullaby that has been playing for billions of years. Have you ever tried to imagine the Milky Way not as a static painting in the night sky, but as a living, breathing entity, pulsing and moving, dreaming in patterns far beyond human comprehension? Each star is a note, each black hole a silent drumbeat, every spiral arm a string in the galaxy's symphony. And though its rotations take millions of years, the rhythm is consistent, deliberate, and strangely comforting, like the slow, measured breathing of a sleeping giant. Picture yourself above the galactic plane, floating high above the swirling arms. The stars stretch infinitely in all directions, their light a soft shimmer like dew on an eternal morning. Nebulae glow faintly with gas and dust, cosmic clouds undulating like the folds of a vast celestial blanket. Black holes lurk in the shadows, massive yet silent, their presence felt more than seen, anchoring the galaxy's rhythm through gravity's invisible hand. The Milky Way rotates like a vast carousel, its spiral arms moving at different speeds, stars near the center spinning rapidly, while those on the outskirts drift slowly, almost lazily. The galaxy's core, a dense cluster of stars and a supermassive black hole, pulses with energy and gravity, a hidden heartbeat that drives the motion of everything around it. And in its rotation, there is a pattern, a rhythm akin to inhalation and exhalation, a breath so slow it takes millions of years to complete. Yet this cosmic breathing shapes the flow of matter, the birth of stars, the death of old suns, the rise and fall of galactic tides. Imagine now the spiral arms as sleeping pathways, highways of stars drifting through space. Within them, clouds of gas collapse slowly to form new suns, while old stars die quietly, shedding layers that seed new creation. Each event a soft exhalation, a whisper of transformation. The galaxy is never truly awake, yet never truly dormant. It slumbers in cycles that stretch beyond human understanding, its dreams encoded in motion, light, and gravity, the faint hum of interstellar gas, the spiral dance of stars, all a lullaby for the universe itself. And then consider the supermassive black hole at the center. Sagittarius A*, a silent observer, its mass so immense that nothing escapes its pull. Not light, not time, not memory, yet paradoxically, it participates in the galaxy's rhythm, guiding the stars, shaping the spiral arms. Its gravitational influence, like a heartbeat deep within the chest of the Milky Way. And when it occasionally feeds on infalling matter, it pulses with energy, a quiet cosmic sigh. Its activity, like a dream, briefly stirring in the galaxy's mind. Did you know that the Milky Way is also gently interacting with nearby galaxies? The Andromeda Galaxy, our largest neighbor, drifts toward us slowly, a dance that will climax billions of years from now. Yet even now, subtle gravitational tugs stretch and pull stars along the edges, sending ripples through the galactic disk. A reminder that even in sleep, the galaxy is alive, feeling, moving, responding, a vast consciousness expressed not through thought, but through motion, energy, and subtle resonance. Picture the vast interstellar clouds, tendrils of gas and dust moving through spiral arms, some collapsing into stars, some dispersing into empty space. They drift like drifting clouds in a windless sky, obeying gravity, magnetic fields, and pressure waves, creating a rhythm within rhythm. A symphony nested inside a symphony. And as you imagine this, notice your own breathing slowing, aligning somehow with the deep, gentle pulse of the galaxy. Your thoughts softening, your heart sinking, with the rhythm of stars born and dying, of nebulae drifting silently, of black holes exhaling gravity into the cosmic sea. Even dark matter participates in this rhythm, invisible yet ever present, shaping the galaxy's rotation, binding stars and gas in a subtle, unseen web. Its calm presence ensures stability, like a silent, sleeping mind holding the galaxy together, its influence pervasive yet gentle, a reminder that rest is not always visible, but it is essential. For without this quiet scaffolding, chaos would reign, and the Milky Way's dream would unravel. And there is a suspense here too, because the galaxy is not static. Spiral arms shift, stars migrate, supernova explode. Galactic collisions may reshape the structure in millions of years, yet even in upheaval, there is continuity, a balance maintained through invisible threads, a rhythm that persists patiently through time and change, like a giant, slow-breathing mind dreaming, its dreams encoded in motion and energy, ever shaping, ever restoring, ever dreaming. As you lie beneath the night sky tonight, look up and imagine your own connection to this rhythm, your body, your breath, your mind, resonating with the Milky Way's gentle pulse, your dreams a subtle echo of the galaxy's slumber, every heartbeat aligned with the spin of stars, every inhale matching the slow exhale of spiral arms, every thought drifting like interstellar clouds. And as you sink deeper into sleep, feel yourself become part of this cosmic symphony, a note in the Milky Way's quiet, eternal lullaby. The galaxy is dreaming. And now, so are you, cradled by the stars, guided by the spirals, floating on the currents of gravity and light, at peace within the rhythm of creation itself, drifting ever deeper toward a sleep that mirrors the eternal, breathing cosmos. Tonight, we descend deeper into the universe's most intimate secrets, to the quiet moments between motion and rest, where time slows, energy folds, and the cosmos itself drifts into something like sleep. Have you ever wondered how the universe pauses? Not in the dramatic sense of destruction or creation, but in subtle, gentle patterns that guide rhythm, rest, and renewal. Moments when galaxies seem to exhale. Stars pulse quietly, and the fabric of space itself feels softer, slower, almost contemplative. Picture yourself floating in the void, far from the noise of Earth, the sun reduced to a distant point of light. The Milky Way stretched like a spiral dream beneath you, its arms rotating, slow yet deliberate, stars drifting with precision, nebulae undulating like clouds caught in a timeless wind. And in this vast silence, something extraordinary happens. You can feel the flow of energy, subtle yet infinite, moving through space, shaping matter, guiding motion, a rhythm older than thought, deeper than memory. Consider time itself, not the ticking of a clock, nor the hours of a day, but cosmic time, the slow, unyielding progression of space and energy. Galaxies rotate, stars evolve, supernova explode, black holes inhale matter and release ripples of space-time. And yet, between these events, there is stillness, a pause, a fold in the continuum, the universe taking a breath, its immense body resting even as motion continues. Energy, too, participates in this slumber. Radiation, magnetic fields, cosmic rays, dark matter, and dark energy all move with a subtle cadence, pulsing, stretching, folding, like invisible currents in a vast, unseen ocean. Did you know that even light can rest in a sense? Photons travel for billions of years through empty space, only occasionally interacting, carrying the memory of stars long dead, a cosmic echo of events that have already passed. In this quiet, we sense the universe's capacity for patience, for subtle, intelligent slowness. Picture now a distant star cluster, its stars forming and dying in delicate cycles, each star burning brightly, then fading, then collapsing into a quiet remnant, perhaps a white dwarf, perhaps a neutron star, its energy folded inward, its influence quiet but persistent. And around it, the remaining stars adjust. Orbits shift slightly, light bends subtly. A cosmic conversation, silent, slow, almost dreamlike. The suspense comes in the scale, because these pauses, these folds, happen across millions and billions of years. Yet they mirror something within ourselves, our own cycles of wakefulness and sleep, our circadian rhythms, our REM cycles, our body's quiet energy shifts. These microcosmic patterns reflect the macrocosm, a reminder that the universe is not separate from us, but echoed in our own breathing, our heartbeat, our dreams. And black holes, mysterious as ever, participate in this cosmic slumber, their immense gravity folding space and time, creating zones where the universe slows, where light curves, where time dilates, a kind of sleeping mind, aware yet unperceivable, folding the motions of galaxies into their rhythm, their quiet hunger punctuated by rare, violent outbursts, like a giant stirring in its sleep, and then settling once more into calm. Dark energy, too, folds the universe, stretching space between clusters, pulling galaxies apart at an accelerating rate, invisible, silent, yet shaping the cosmic heartbeat. Every movement measured, deliberate, a cosmic exhale that sets the stage for new creation, while stars, planets, and nebulae drift in harmony, absorbing, responding, adjusting, participating in a slow-motion symphony of sleep. Imagine now yourself in this cosmic ocean, floating weightless between stars and clouds, your mind quieting, your body aligning with these immense rhythms. the rise and fall of galactic arms echoing your breath, the slow pulses of dark matter resonating in your chest, the expansion of space reflected in the gentle stretch of your spine. And as you drift deeper, you sense a profound connection, a secret that the universe shares with all who pause to notice. Even in the vastness, even in motion, there is rest. And as night deepens across the earth below, the universe continues its silent breathing, each star, planet, and cosmic structure contributing to the eternal rhythm. Every ripple of energy, every fold of space-time, every collapse and explosion, every pulse of light, a note in the infinite lullaby of creation. So tonight, breathe with the universe, pulse with its hidden heartbeat. Let energy, time, and space cradle your mind. Allow yourself to drift in harmony with the cosmic nightfall, because the universe sleeps with you, and in this shared slumber, you are part of something older, vaster, and infinitely gentle, a quiet dream stretching across light years, where time folds, energy rests, and every heartbeat, yours included, resonates in the eternal, cosmic lullaby of the sleeping universe. Tonight, we listen to the universe itself, not with our ears, but with our imagination, not in notes and chords, but in vibrations, pulses, and patterns that have echoed for billions of years. Have you ever wondered what the cosmos sounds like if silence is only a human perception? Could the stars be humming, whispering, dreaming? And might their secret music cradle your mind into sleep? Picture yourself floating through the interstellar medium, the black canvas of space stretched endlessly, stars scattered like diamonds, each one a tiny, burning heart, emitting not just light, but waves, vibrations, and subtle pulses. Some stars pulse rhythmically, expanding and contracting in cycles known as variable stars. Others explode in supernova, releasing waves that ripple through the cosmic fabric. Imagine these waves as notes in an invisible symphony, played slowly across millions of light years, and your consciousness tuned to perceive their gentle, hypnotic rhythm. Consider pulsars, remnants of massive stars that have died, spinning rapidly, sometimes hundreds of times per second, emitting beams of radiation like lighthouse signals across the void. To an observer, these pulses are precise, rhythmic, mesmerizing. Some scientists describe them as the universe's metronomes, ticking silently in space, their signals stretching for thousands of years before reaching us. And yet, these pulses may subtly influence our electromagnetic environment, a cosmic heartbeat aligning imperceptibly with our own. Even black holes contribute to this music, as matter spirals into their depths. It emits X-rays, gravitational waves, and disturbances in spacetime, ripples that travel silently through stars, gas clouds, and even empty space, like deep, resonant drums in a galactic orchestra. Imagine them as the bass of a lullaby, anchoring the melody, adding depth and suspense to the cosmic lull. Nebulae, too, play their part, massive clouds of gas and dust gently vibrating, triggered by nearby supernova or stellar winds, creating waves that propagate through their structure, slow oscillations, almost imperceptible, yet detectable over light years, a delicate, haunting melody of formation and decay, of birth, transformation, and gentle dissolution. And there is suspense here, because much of this music is hidden. We cannot hear it, cannot fully measure it, It is a secret symphony, a language older than the stars themselves, yet somehow our minds are capable of sensing echoes of it, through intuition, through pattern recognition, through the gentle influence on our circadian rhythms. Perhaps the stars themselves dream, and in their dreams, they send a lullaby to all who listen carefully. Imagine now drifting among these sounds, your mind becoming a receiver, every inhalation and exhalation aligning with distant pulses, your heartbeat echoing the rhythm of variable stars, your thoughts floating along gravitational waves, your dreams synchronizing with the secret vibration of interstellar clouds, each wave, each pulse, a note in a melody older than Earth, older than life, carrying the universe's gentle reminder, even in darkness. There is rhythm, there is pattern, there is rest. Some scientists have even converted these cosmic signals into audible frequencies, allowing humans to hear the rhythm of the stars. A hauntingly beautiful, hypnotic music, slow and methodical, perfectly suited to induce relaxation and sleep. Even if only metaphorically, our brains resonate with these frequencies, our minds aligning with the cosmic tempo, our bodies relaxing in sync with the invisible symphony. And consider the subtle role of cosmic background radiation, the afterglow of the Big Bang, a faint hum that fills the universe, uniform yet fluctuating slightly, an echo of the universe's birth. It has been traveling for nearly 14 billion years, carrying a rhythm older than any star, a lullaby embedded in the very fabric of space. Perhaps it has always been meant to cradle consciousness into rest, to whisper to all emerging life, sleep is natural. Sleep is part of the cycle. Now picture yourself lying beneath the night sky on Earth, the Milky Way above, stretching in a silvery ribbon, every star and nebula participating in a cosmic symphony, every pulse, every vibration reaching your body indirectly, subtle, imperceptible, yet profoundly calming, your breathing slowing, your heartbeat softening, your mind absorbing the gentle, suspenseful rhythm of the universe. And as sleep approaches, you become part of the music, a note within the infinite lullaby, carried on waves of light, energy, and gravitational rhythm. Even the unknown elements of the cosmos contribute, dark matter and dark energy weaving their invisible patterns, shaping the symphony without making a sound we can detect. Yet the effect is there, a quiet, eternal, omnipresent guide, ensuring that even in vast emptiness there is harmony. Even in the deepest night there is rhythm. Even in the infinite there is rest, as you drift deeper into slumber. Let this cosmic music cradle your mind. Let your dreams be interstellar. Let your thoughts float among variable stars and pulsars, black holes and nebulae, every pulse and wave carrying you gently toward rest. Because tonight, you are not just dreaming. You are part of the universe's secret lullaby, a note in an eternal, gentle, mesmerizing symphony, floating in the cosmic night, listening, breathing, sleeping. As the stars themselves dream, tonight, we venture into one of the most mysterious dimensions of the cosmos, time itself, not measured by clocks or calendars, but by the subtle rhythms that govern galaxies, stars, and even the smallest particles. Have you ever wondered how the universe rests? Not in a literal sense, but in pauses, delays, quiet intervals between epochs of creation and destruction, moments when the vast machinery of existence slows, almost imperceptibly, like a giant taking a deep cosmic breath. Imagine yourself floating in a void beyond space, where stars shimmer faintly in the distance, galaxies spiral slowly, and the universe stretches in silence. You feel time differently here. It flows, yet folds, it moves, yet pauses. It is not relentless, but patient. Each moment a thread woven into the tapestry of eternity. And within these threads there is rhythm, there is suspense, there is hidden life. Consider the life cycles of stars. They are the perfect embodiment of cosmic time. Stars are born from collapsing clouds of gas and dust. They ignite, shine, and sustain their brilliance for millions or even billions of years. And yet, in the vastness of time, these intervals are but breaths, periods of stability and quiet before the final transformation. Supernova, neutron stars, white dwarfs, all transitions occurring slowly, gracefully, a symphony of creation and dissolution. And in these long intervals, the universe rests, gathering, folding, and preparing for the next movement. Time itself can bend, stretch, and fold around massive objects. Einstein showed us that gravity, curves, space, and time, black holes, for instance, distort both so dramatically that the flow of time near them slows almost to a stop. A moment stretched into eternity, a pause so intense that the universe seems to hold its breath. And yet, even in these extreme pauses, the surrounding cosmos continues its rhythm, a delicate tension between motion and stillness, like the quiet anticipation before a note is played in a grand symphony. Even entire galaxies participate in the sleep of time. Galaxy clusters drift slowly through the void, occasionally colliding, merging in slow-motion dances that last millions of years. Between these collisions, there are stretches of calm, periods when galaxies glide almost silently, stars moving like ghostly dancers, their light a soft shimmer, their energy a gentle pulse. And during these intervals, the universe itself seems to slumber, its vast mind folding, resting, dreaming. The suspense here is profound, because cosmic time is not linear, it is layered, elastic. Events from billions of years ago still resonate today. Ripples in space and energy echo across the void, like memories, like whispers, like a dream stretching across eternity. Imagine these echoes reaching your mind, subtly influencing your own perception of rhythm and rest. As if the universe is speaking softly, sleep is natural. Sleep is part of the eternal flow. Consider the dark spaces between galaxies, vast voids that seem empty, yet even these regions hold structure. Subtle currents of dark energy, invisible threads of dark matter, guiding the slow dance of cosmic evolution. They are the silent custodians of time, ensuring that the universe remains balanced, even as stars ignite and die, even as galaxies twist and collide. Their presence is subtle, invisible, yet profoundly stabilizing, a reminder that even in stillness, there is purpose, there is motion. Now imagine your own life within this grand expanse. Your minutes, hours, and days like tiny particles in the vast flow. Your breaths mirroring the slow pulsations of stars. Your dreams echoing the cycles of galaxies. Your rest aligning with the folds of cosmic time. And as you surrender to sleep tonight, you join this rhythm, part part of a pattern older than consciousness, older than Earth, older than life itself. Even the mysterious phenomena of time dilation and quantum uncertainty participate in this cosmic lullaby. Particles exist in superpositions. Events unfold probabilistically. The universe experiments, hesitates, pauses, creating suspense, anticipation, and subtle tension. And in that tension, there is beauty, a silent melody that mirrors the subtle undulations of your own mind. Your thoughts drifting, folding, stretching, until finally, surrendering to rest, picture the universe as a vast consciousness, breathing slowly through time, pausing between creation and destruction, folding moments into epochs, and in each fold, you are present. Your own consciousness, part of this immense rhythm, your mind and body tuned to the cosmic pulse, each heartbeat a reflection of stellar cycles, each inhalation a response to the universe's quiet exhale. And as you drift deeper, you feel suspended in space and time, cradled by the folds of cosmic history, safe, calm, and aligned with the eternal rhythm tonight. Let yourself sleep as the universe sleeps. Fold into time's gentle arms. Float in the intervals between stars and galaxies. Allow the echoes of cosmic events to lull your mind, and know that even in the vastest silence, even in the longest pauses, you are connected, resonating with the slow, eternal heartbeat of the sleeping cosmos, a participant in the grand dream of creation itself. Tonight, we drift into the most mysterious dimension of all, the possibility that the universe itself dreams, that energy and matter, light and darkness, are not merely phenomena, but expressions of a subtle, living rhythm. Have you ever wondered if the cosmos has a mind, not in the way we think of human consciousness, but in a quieter, slower, more intricate way? A mind expressed through pulses, flows, and interactions across incomprehensible scales of space and time. Imagine yourself floating above the cosmic web, the vast network of galaxies connected by invisible filaments of dark matter, energy streaming through these filaments like blood through veins, carrying the memory of events billions of years old. And somewhere in this immense lattice, perhaps there is awareness, not thought as we know it, but rhythm, pattern, harmony, a subtle sense that the universe itself is alive, breathing, pulsing, dreaming in ways we are only beginning to sense. Consider energy first. It flows through stars, black holes, nebulae, and galaxies. Electromagnetic waves, gravitational waves, cosmic rays, each carrying information, influence, and subtle resonance, like the neurons of a vast cosmic brain communicating without sound, without intention, yet creating order, pattern, and rhythm. Energy moves, folds, and pulses, shaping the motion of matter, guiding stars, planets, and clouds of gas in their slow, deliberate dance. And through these flows, the universe may express its dreams, sending ripples through space-time as if to whisper secrets to all who listen. Matter participates too. Galaxies collide, stars form, planets spin, black holes inhale and exhale,